Everybody, my name is Angel, and this is Tech from Shadow Wolf Gaming, where we are just two adorable little nerds playing some video games together. Um, I can never take my own I can never take my own intro seriously. But so yeah, so everyone, yeah, thanks, Zombie, I appreciate it. Everyone deserves a break, so thank you. So I guess that's a good segue into the topic of today's stream recording, where I've kind of been burning the candle on so many different ends on like pushing a lot of content. So, in terms of it, November, I've pretty much recorded every single day of November in terms of like Iron Banner Destiny content, as well as COD DMZ content, as well as just whatever I've been doing in Sea of Thieves. So, like, that's nearly 8 hours times almost 30 days. So, like, 8 times 30, 240, that's 240 hours? No, wait. Yeah, so nearly 240 hours worth of content. I checked out my hard drive. Out of 3 terabytes of not a solid state drive, but out of a hard drive, I only have 200 gigs left. So that tells you how much footage I have. And this is a common issue I run into on the YouTube side of things, where I have so much recorded footage, but I have no time to edit. I have no time to upload it, and or at least like chop it down to a point where it's like it's digestible on YouTube. Hence why like they're gonna be long plays. But with COD DMZ, thankfully that's been able to be done in terms of a 30-minute time span, so I could easily turn that into a more hey, thanks Nightbot. I turned off chat and Discord and Twitch chat for now, just so I could have a little bit more of a cleaner camera, please. Cleaner content for the YouTube side. Like I do like having the chat show up too, but for what I have planned for today's video that I'm actually going to record after this thing that I'm doing at this given second that I'm talking about, because I'm ultra like extra like that. Um on the YouTube side, I'm going to be I'm glad I'm being able to be a lot more consistent with uploads right now, and with my backlog of recorded videos, that's good enough for B-roll footage, but also it's like that's where Shadow of Gaming is going to be coming into play. If you notice how I have my title names, I actually have like 4 other channels I'm also running. So there's Shadow of Gaming, which is the main let's come on, camera please, whatever. The main Let's Play channel. And then I also have another channel called Shadow of Productions, which is where I want to start posting things like short films, music that I've created. That is where that's going to be. um if I am level headed, not level headed enough, but like, lucid enough to actually like post that in the description below, I'll post it. But like, please do search that one up too. It's the same way you spell my channel, Shadow Wolf, Wolf with a U. um and yeah. And then I also run 4 a.m. Deadline Radio, which is our YouTube channel for our friends in VR chat, where if we go live, or well, if I'm hosting an event, I'll at least give the courtesy to the DJs of, yo, let me record this event for you. Let me record your performance. And even though like I'm performing too, I'm not gonna record my own. I post my set to Mixcloud and leave it at that, because that's where I'd rather you check out my stuff when you want to check out my stuff. But that's more for them. It would be conflict of interest for me to like, it would kind of like be jerking myself off on that, and like I'm not about that. Like, I want to help showcase my friends, their work, their performance, and then the worlds that we inhabit in VR. And to segue into that, I also want to do a little bit more of VR content, um similar to the vibe of FIA, where it's just kind of talking about the virtual space. There's a lot to talk about with it, and especially after going through this weekend, there was just so much in it. And with people I've been talking to, I do need to get back on that, because VR chat is a great place to be at right now. It's a good place to be. The people are amazing. The worlds are bigger and better than ever, and it's a good experience overall. And I want to help you guys dive into that. So yeah, I want to introduce you all to a lot of my friends that are on there, and just yeah. So by all accounts, 3 channels, 4 if you include my Twitch, and Twitch is basically where I do everything. So whenever I'm emphasizing on the Twitch side, if you want to support the channel, make sure to subscribe because that is basically how I get paid out of Twitch. Because this is a full-time thing for me. Like, yeah, I don't push it as much because I like what I do. I have fun playing all these different games. But if I'm going to be continuing on proper production and stuff, I need a little something to help push it further because there's a lot of assets I want to get for my models in VR, so that way I could have a little bit more of like a not well, I guess like yeah, a cooler look, but more like things I want to do to help complete the images I want to create. And of course, eventually this is also going to lead into me buying assets for world creation because I do want to build some worlds. Um and even in my off time when I'm not streaming, I'm still creating stuff. Like yes, I do spend a lot of my time playing video games because that's like video games are my life. If my collection in my drawer here and then my access to Game Pass and my Steam library don't say that enough. But also I do a lot of stuff outside of it too, and I haven't been able to give a lot of my other hobbies a proper attention. So on that note, um, I'll be doing a lot more personal recordings so that I could do things on my off time. Those ones I'm gonna take more time to edit and upload. I still have an interview I did with Kawaii Till I Die back from November. No, not November. Even before that, August. Yeah, from back in August, where we haven't. I feel so bad because like I went through the trouble of like asking to set up that to help record that day, set up interviews that day, and I still don't have anything to show for it. I mean, I did finish one video with the main crew, like with the host crew, and that's about it. But I didn't get a chance to actually like. I want to give it the proper quality it deserves because it's awesome. And they're great people, and just with everyone in VR, I want to be able to perform with them and just meet them all in real life and just share the dance floor. I want to do that. I want to do that for a lot of us. And so I have a lot of big goals, big ambitions in life, not just for music, but also for what we can do to create a better science fiction future that we can become. If only you guys could see what's running through my mind half the time and just what I want to build us, you know? uh, but yeah, there's a lot I have planned in the future. A lot. Like 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the line, I have plans laid out. It's just filling in every single day to get through to climbing those steps. It's scary and it's tough. And I'm doing my best. But a lot of it wouldn't be possible without you guys too. And all the friends we've made. Alright? A lot of that's not possible without any of you guys. So with that, that's why I want to take a little bit of a break. I hate taking breaks. Those that know me, I work my ass off on everything. Thank you, Otaku Prince. I appreciate it. But yeah. And even at the time, like even when I'm not doing anything, I'm still doing my best to like be there with and for everyone too. Where right now I could even tell you like I have a lot of my friends' streams open. Like, oh, did Maiden just finish? Uh-oh. Oh, she went offline. Oh, okay. Well, while I'm here, I might as well also give a quick shout out to our friend Maiden Macabre. She is a wonderful DJ and a wonderful producer. I don't like taking breaks either, but I had to for my mental health. I feel you on that, Otaku Prince. Yeah. And honestly, like, for me, having been after Unis Honest. I'll talk about Unis Honest a lot. And for those that don't know what Unis Honest was, it was a YouTube channel by Markiplier and Crank Gameplays where for one full year, 365 days, right when COVID hit, they had a video published every single day to show that if you really take the time and effort to work on it, it can be accomplished in a year. They set out a goal and they did it. They filmed the day of or the day before and they published it the next day. They did that for one whole year. And there's so much that they did. And 2021, I did the same thing, like following that. And I'd say, looking back at it, I grew as a streamer a lot. So, and then after that, I'm just growing as a performer. And I can't be more happy about that. So yeah. I'm derailing this whole conversational topic, but it's okay. This is how tangents happen. This is why like I never shut up in my videos and why I hate having to edit my own videos because I'm one long run on sentence. And it's hard for me sometimes. But yeah. But I'm always going to be out there supporting my friends too. So you bet your ass I'm always be there. That's why we're Shadow Wolf. We're Shadow Wolf Gaming. It's not just a one person show. It's a team. And when it came to it, and my original vision with Shadow Wolf Gaming was that it would be a full on collaborative channel. I didn't expect it to be how it is now with having everyone to work with, but I thought it would be a cool place like how with Game Theorists it would be a channel where multiple people can come in and upload on my channel too. Where back then they had Gaijin Goomba doing like Culture Shock, as well as like now they have the science on there. And that's still something I want to do on this channel as a whole. Eventually I do want to hire out one of my friends to be my editor, like I want to have that where we can have these cool shorts, these clips, these moments. But right now I'm just doing my best to hold it all together and just do it on my own until I can find the right people to help carry it. So that's where that's at. But things to expect for December to January. So in terms of YouTube videos, I'm pretty sure I have enough set and created and uploaded for... Where's that window? Where's that window? No. You have to excuse me. I have 5 windows open with over like 40 tabs each of videos of, yes, I'm going to watch these, but I'm not in the mental capacity to handle watching these right now. Kind of thing. There it is. So I have videos all the way up till the 29th. Oof. Today's the 28th at the time of this recording. So, yikes. Yeah. So that's why after I'm done recording this, after I'm done recording my COD Warzone video analysis, and then I'm going to be finishing off BioShock. So that's kind of the game plan for this stream recording. But yeah. And then in January, I will be gone for a little bit. I'll still continue my stream schedule every day that I have of Make Shit Up Mondays. Destiny Tuesday, yes. Just this coming specific Tuesday, as in December 3rd. No. Oh, Tuesday the 29th. Oops. Well, okay. I don't have to worry about that. So November 29th, it's not going to be Destiny Tuesday. I'm going to be doing DMZ with another friend of mine this has been a collaboration in months in the making. so like, yeah, we have that. Wildcard Wednesday is still going to be a thing. that's basically the day of like I don't know what I'm gonna play, so I'm just gonna play whatever I feel like, and like if whoever comes aboard kind of thing. Thursdays are still my no stream days because I like to have some fun on my own time. Fridays and Saturdays are my truly wildcard days because I don't know if I'm playing an event that day until it happens. Even Thursday mornings too. Thursday mornings have that. So like even Friday morning, I'll be like, I'll play an event myself or like an open deck kind of thing. And I don't like to count those as streams per se, but they are still live events that do happen. So it's a weird wish wash of things on Fridays and Saturdays. And then Sundays, of course, like Sundays, if I'm really Sundays are my usual D&D days, but right now we're having a lot of scheduling conflicts with Dungeons and Dragons because honestly corporate sucks and middle management tends to screw over everyone that's actually working on the ground floor kind of thing. So one of my friends is having some issues over in with scheduling. And then another friend of ours has a baby, so that also does kind of complicate things a lot. But we're working that out. So most likely Sundays are still going to be our usual like we'll start a little bit later stream like right now. So like I'm actually filming this at 1 a.m., but we don't need to worry about that. But yeah. So after D&D, sometimes I'll take the time to hang out after D&D with my crew and just we were doing some Final Fantasy 14. We were doing some dungeon runs. We might do some Borderlands on our own. Which reminds me, I do need to go back and reach out to Anri Subaki from VR in Japan. We were doing a Borderlands 2 run through, and I know she's been busy. She's been doing her own thing too. And for those who know how busy the work life is in Japan, it's a big challenge. So yeah. Speaking of Japan, that's why also sometime in January I may be going to Japan. Thank you for the stretch, Vamp. I appreciate it. Let me roll my sleeves down. I have not shaved. But welcome, Vamp. I'm just kind of doing a little stream cap, stream recording, if you will, of just my plans for the coming days. And thank you for the hydrate, zombie. I remember to bring up my water bottle after washing it, so we are set. Oh, jeez. Ooh, this is tense. This is really tense muscle right here. I'm a side sleeper, so like I will like sometimes I'll have either a stiff neck or a sore shoulder. So I appreciate that. Oh, all right. Which reminds me, by January I should have my slime VR, so I'll be able to do some full body tracking stuff. Which is also why a little bit of I'm gonna be disappearing for a little bit. I want to make sure I have a lot of the motion capture style things I want to do, especially with a lot of Project Sapien, which is my music theatrical thing. I'm trying to figure out what it is. That tech is a huge part of here, so that's why tech is here with me, VTubing with us. Um, this is his own little character who is also another aspect of me. With a lot of the characters I create for stories, they're pieces of me and different representations. So whenever you see me playing as Tech is a lot more of like the emotional heart of myself. Whereas me as Angel, I'm shortening my name. So like Angel is the dude behind the camera. Like I've always been the cameraman, but when it comes to the stars of the show, it's whoever's on screen at the time. So, and big focus is always on them. Or sometimes you'll see Electropunk, the robot that I have, or Soundtrack, the other robot that I have. So when that's kind of like the big thing, and so that's what we're working on. And I'm using the Royal We, but ultimately the team is still just me. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of the parts of the project where I want to bring a lot of my friends on board, whether it's pieces of the comic, whether it's pieces of a short film, whether it's pieces of a music video. And a lot of that, I think I may also just upload over to Shadow of Productions, or maybe even part of 4am Deadline Radio, as just little tidbits of it. And there's a lot of cross pollination with half of everything that I make, so it's like it's a yarn ball of insanity of what we do here. And this video is running a lot longer than I needed to. So, but that's just a lot of the ideas I've been laying down. So after New Year's, I'll be gone for a little bit. I'm gonna miss the channel. So yeah. For expanding for EMDR, I do have some ideas on expanding for EMDR. Um, so definitely I do want it to be a cool like multi collab type thing. Again, I do also want to give it a lot of hints of like a proper radio station, meaning like maybe a talk show hour, uh little definitely want to have like everyone come up and perform. Like that's the big point of his like, yo, you never heard of this person? Yo, come check out their stuff. Check them out, hear them play. Yo, um like and then shout out like other people's music, like everyone from the VR scene too. Like so I don't know if I can say this, but Maiden working on some music, and then um with Turk having dropped their album recently, with Closer dropping their music and going through their brand changes, Synthesizer dropping her music. I want to make sure everyone gets recognition, everyone gets heard, everyone has a voice, and music is that voice. So that's why I wanted to reach out to you about like figuring out how to host that 24-hour type service server thing rather than just lock it to a specific time frame, which has me thinking at some point maybe I do need to build a second PC to handle doing that. So that way on one side I can just focus on hosting, the other side can focus on streaming. I'll have to get everyone from the VR scene to contribute their music and turn it to a 24/7 music stream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. And just that way wherever we go, we can always hear each other play. So like no one would have to fight for attention. No one would have to fight to be seen. So, excuse me. But yeah, that's a lot of what it's for. And it also comes back to my huge future plans that I have that again is going to play out, that I want to play out like 10, 20, 30, 40 years into the future, of just bringing communities together, bringing people together. I want to do that for all of us. Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a lot of big ideas, but every big thing starts small. And the journey of 1,000 steps always starts with one, and I'm somewhere only on like not even step 3. So it's a long way. It's a long way. But I got you guys, all right? Always. Always. But it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm not gonna take my nose off the grindstone. So with a lot of how things are gonna be working out soon, I'm gonna try to start slowing down on streams a little bit, but not too much. Again, Twitch right now is just helping me keep a constant workflow. At some point, I might start applying to some real space jobs for a little bit, so I may not be as active as I'd like to be, depending on when I get accepted. And that's another difficult thing for me, is like I don't want to leave any of this behind. It's gonna feel like when Steve left Blue's Clues for a. I don't want to just suddenly get up and leave. I always go through this issue of staying invisible, not being seen, of always being the ghost, essentially. I'm there, but I'm not there. Presence makes an impact. And I can't not. I hear everyone. I hear a lot of everything. The good and the bad. The great moments and the hard times. And I can't not be there. I don't want to not be there. And so that's what makes this a difficult decision. I don't like taking breaks. When I left for 2 weeks in August, that destroyed me. Like, I could not stand a single day without being with the VR crew, without being live. And that was hard on me. Whereas ShelterCon weekend, that was a different story. ShelterCon weekend, that was a more planned thing that I got to do. That was a lot of fun. And I got to see a lot of our VR friends. And that's an experience I'll never forget. And that's an experience I want to pass forward. And I want to make more things like that happen. I want that to happen. I want to bring the party to your town. You know? So yeah, I want you to take the stage too. I want you to have that great time. So that's to give you guys a lot of the ideas that I have. There's a lot more. I do need to put them on paper. Manifest it, you know? So it can be real. It's just sometimes I also get worried about thieves. You know? As a thief, thief archetype myself, dashing rogue, what have you, you know? It's scary to put my ideas out there. Like, a lot of times I like to be the first person, you know? I like to be I grew up very competitive. I'm an athlete, so like I'm always fighting to be at the top, you know? But like also, if I'm gonna take it to the top, I'm taking you with me. You know what I mean? It's a lot of that. If I'm going up, you're coming with me. You know? Rivalry. I like rivalry, but I don't like it when people have to like cut each other under to get to climb, you know? Like, it's like I'll race you to the top, but if like a sudden landslide happens, you know, bet your ass I'm like gonna grab you by the rope and swing you right up next to me, kind of thing. Like I'm more of that. Like, I guess coopetition is the Borderlands phrase of the day here. So yeah. Speaking of Borderlands, I still need to finish Borderlands 3 with the squad. Like, you have to excuse me. Oh, we still have Borderlands 3 to finish with Natako, Willustrator, and Nub. And Joe. Like Joe's our sub. Also, huge shout out to Joe for being a long time supporter and friend. Yeah. And like right now, Joe and Taco has been bugging me to play some DMZ with them. Not bugging, but you know what I mean. And like, yeah, like we have a lot of people we've been meaning to get back in touch with. So yeah. But you'll see a lot of them in the coming YouTube videos. I have how many videos of COD DMZ do I have here? 30, almost basically a flat 30 COD DMZ videos. That's enough for the whole month of December, really. But like, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna give you just like every single day of COD DMZ. I'm gonna space them out. I might push some into January as well. But yeah, coopetition. I like teaming up with people, you know. I always said one day I would love to run a full platoon in PlanetSide 2 just for laughs, just to try it one day and see how well we could like handle our squads in doing stuff, and just see how we could wipe the full full floor with everyone. I want to do that someday. Someday we'll build enough of a squad. And of course, huge shout out and thank you to Sino for helping us run a lot of Warframe stuff. And I might consider doing some more Warframe content because of the story that's in that game too. Like, I didn't know there were cutscenes in that game. I didn't know there were actually voiced lines in that game. So like, yeah, that's a whole different one. And of course, I still have all the Let's Plays we need to do. From, again, Bioshock, Coral Island, Doom 2016. I start a game, but I never finish it because it's hard for me to find the time and space to finish it. I want to share the emotional journey that these games have, that these stories have with you that still affect me. So even though with Bioshock, even though I know all the story beats, I know all the combat beats, there's still a lot of it that still impacts me today, where it's like, oh shit. And I'm looking back at a lot of it, and it's just like, oh, that's okay, and that still continues to be a place where I can learn and get inspiration from. So yeah. Oh god, my nose. Okay, so I think that's a good enough spot for me to wrap up this stream recording that we have. Yeah. What do you say, Tech? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, last thing I need to do. I need to finish this piece of jerky. Yeah. So on the YouTube, Twitter side, Twitch side, I still need to eat this thing on stream. So like, we gotta do that. If I can reach, okay, I guess let me set a small goal on the YouTube side. If I can reach 200 subs on YouTube, I'll eat this thing on stream recording. So that way, like, we could have like the live reaction to this. Every time I see this thing, I stare at it and my mouth is watering. Like, I really want to taste this thing. I really want to taste this thing. And I said I was gonna do it for my birthday too. Like, I ended up not. I forgot what I was doing on my birthday. I don't even remember what happened on my birthday this year. Oh man, did I archive my birthday? Fuck. Anyways, so that's that's a little tidbit of what we got going on here. So to recap everything once more, things are gonna be slowing down a little bit on the channel. I'm gonna take a break January and February. December, I'm still gonna keep the train rolling until those days come through. I'm gonna get my Slime VR. I'm gonna learn how to dance. I'm gonna learn how to do action shots so I could do motion capture with what I have. And I'll still keep playing. I'm still open for bookings for DJing, like, there's no doubt about that. If I happen to be on and there's an open deck, I'm gonna go play for fun. Gotta keep my practice going. Gotta keep practicing. Always. Oh, and then musical goals for me for next year. 3 genres I'm gonna be studying the most: drum and bass, psytrance, and hardstyle. That's what I'm gonna be looking to learning to play this coming year. I've already started on drum and bass, picking up a little bit of some psytrance. But from this year, of my goals of what I've learned to play in terms of techno, dubstep, and house, and UK garage, I got through all of these. I learned how to spin those. I will continue to practice. So when you guys ever hear my sets and a lot of them do sound samey, or I use a lot of the same tracks, just know it's because that's proper musician. Oh shoot, my hair. That's just proper musician focus, is repetition. That's what's called a repertoire. So to summarize, guys, build your habits. Build it up. You can always work on something. Make sure to measure twice, cut once, things like that. And so with that, on the YouTube side for this video, as always, please do make sure to like, favorite, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified when we post a new video one up. And what more content would you like to see from the gaming channel? I'll post more stuff on the productions channel when I do get around to posting stuff on Shadow of Productions. So yeah. And for now, on the YouTube side, my name is Angel, and this is Tech from Shadow of Gaming. Signing out.